Hi guys, I'm giving you a lore dump and kind of an intro into the wasteland so that people aren't really confused as to what's going on in the world or when you guys are creating your characters for this. Also for the people on my channel that aren't going to be playing, this is just going to be a nice little intro before we actually start playing on the 22nd, which is going to be the first day. So let's start off with what created this world. About 100 years ago, from when the game will take place, there were four genies. There was the Tao, Ifrit, Djinn, and Merid. They set off the bomb that destroyed all magic in the world. This bomb was set off right here, right in this little crater, and it destroyed the land around it. Now, after they did that, there was about five, I would say about 5 years when the genies then started conquering their way through. So whatever was still remaining after the magic bomb went off, and the magic bomb wasn't a lethal thing. It was, well, depending on what you were, it was lethal, but what it was just something that drained the magic out of everybody. Now, I'm going to move my camera down here just so I can show you more. So we'll start up here. The city of Dawson. This is where the Tao went to conquer. The Tao chose it because the Tao is the Earth Genie, so she went to the mountain ranges where she'll be more at her element. And she conquered the city of Dawson, which is the home of all the dwarves. It was built on top of a mountain. They carved their whole home out on a mountain top. And she conquered all of that and now has dominion over this whole northern part of the wasteland. Then we have the city of Flamora, which is home of the Ifrits, the fire djinn. It is a city constantly on fire. It is so hot that most of the residents there need fire resistance just to go about their normal day-to-day lives. So you'll see a lot of tieflings there. But their magic is drained down. Then, the Ifrits split this set bottom half with the Djinn. So the Ifrit has this northern half of the island, and the Djinn has this part down here. Now the Djinn, he runs his government a little bit differently than how the other DAOs do it, or the other genies do. The other genies generally have governors that are in charge of each of these little towns outside of the city, and they control the city. The Djinn, it's all family run. There's no individuals that are running it that just report to him. No, he has his family go into it. Oh, no, let's not go through all those. And he lives in the city of Winsolar. Then we got Harbon. Now, actually, the Marids people are very prosperous, besides a select few. So, generally, the people on the northern reach are very prosperous because she is letting them do whatever they want as long as they feed her. She is fine. But they have to sacrifice themselves to her to feed. But she does have control over the northern reach and the southern reef. And there is 2 more locations that I'm going to tell you about. Then I'm going to go into how the technology of the world works. So we'll go to let's go to Ball.Bidyaton, which is this island right here, right in the center of the blast zone. This was the start of the downfall, and it is actually the only place where the genies do not have power. This is the only self-made plot, self-made civilization besides the genies' rules. And it is going, and they hope, the leaders of the council that runs it, hope that this is going to be the start of a new regime. And this is also going to be the start of your campaign. This is where you'll start. So no matter where you're from, you have to find a way on why you are on this island right here in the center. And then for the last of the land bits, we got the Forgotten Land. The Forgotten Land was once a huge metropolis of magic and sorcery and just all around fantasy. It was the home of wizarding schools, of massive temples devoted to different deities. And this is all nothing but ruin with some wandering bandits and marauders and other stuff like that. That is all that is left of this once great city. Now, let's go into some technology basics. Technologically speaking, these people have been at war. Currently, there is a war going on between Flamora and Winsolar. They are fighting over this land. And right now, the border lies here. But with war comes technology. So the technology has advanced to around, if I had to put it in terms of a real world era, the most advanced stuff could be equivalent to our technology during World War II. So this is just when firearms were starting to get varied, when we're starting to get communications up. We're at just the beginning of the modern age. Also, a lot of weapons resemble the Old West, in terms of six-shooters and stuff like that. There are vehicles, but because of the amount of bandits and stuff that are going around, the vehicles have been outfitted with scaffolding around the outside, and they resemble old galleons. Kind of a long time forgotten kind of deal. So you'll see those wander. That's going to be a big mode of transportation for people, is these rigs driving around the desert. Also, culturally, how the world has advanced. It is very much Arabic culture. So that is guest rights. Rules of hospitality are huge here. You do not break them. If you actually gain hospitality and you break any of the rules, that is almost a death sentence to people. I think that is a good way to put everything. For culturally speaking, where to get reference from on the tech-wise. And I really hope this does help to bring your character to light. And for those of you that are not playing and are just watching this on YouTube because you're curious to see what my world is like, you will be able to watch us explore this world in some great more detail come the 22nd, when we will be playing Wasteland, Reign of the Genie. Have a nice night.